where they might start. And Georgetown University would have a central part. That didn't seem to work out. So they took a different turn. And for a large director, they soon began to yearn. The Church of the Savior had a house they thought that they could spare. So we all cleaned it up, and in hours we could spare, a board was formed according to the plan that L'Arche had stated. It started raising money and got us incorporated. Dolores, Dennis, Kathy, our assistants moved right in, and in defining core members, we soon were rather poured. And Michael Schaff became our first to come for respite care, but we decided he was ours. He had that certain flair. Then Glenn and Jean, with eagerness from Forest Haven came. There was no doubt for all of us, this was their house to claim. Nathaniel came to be with us as far as our lifestyle he tried. We came in terms with pain and grief when in a year he died. And Mo Higgs came the next year just to stay a little while, but we could never let him go. We really like his smile. When Kathy left, it was discerned that Dennis now would be the one who would direct and lead our young community. Before long, it was time to try and start another house. We picked out Euclid so we would not have far to roam. The rules for starting houses were incredible to see, especially since the agencies themselves could not agree. Though renovating, decorating left us rather beat, we opened late in '88, our home on Euclid Street. Then Glenn and Jean and Dottie, Fred, and Wendy all moved in and formed a bond together so a new home could begin. John Schofield joined Ontario, and later on came Ray. At Euclid, Melanie, and then Eileen came here to stay. When Ray moved on, Elizabeth came knocking at our door. With zest and vim, she moved right in. We could not ask for more. A few core members came and went according to their plan. They were Barbara, Laura, Deborah, Charles, Willie, and Diane. Glenn Hauser has moved also now to follow his own way, his own dream. Elizabeth has died, but we still feel her special gleam. Ontario House expanded and we moved out for a while. When we returned, our homes had more roominess and style. Then new core people, Sonny, Walton, Deborah, Andrew came, with each one adding something. Life is never quite the same. To add to life beyond DC became another dream, and starting homes in Arlington, Virginia was our scheme. So after lots of work and prayer and learning this new game, our new core people, Hazel, Fritz, Eduardo, Linda, came. Now Highland House has settled down, and in its life has grown. Eduardo left, and Eric came, and new seeds have been sown. But still, they needed one more house to build community, and so they started making plans to see where it would be. They picked a handy spot that was just right around the block and built a very lovely home for adding to our flock. On 6th Street in 2010, our new home did begin, and finally, Eva, Charles, Bruce, and Francine all moved in. A host of good assistants have arrived and gone or stayed, and we're so grateful for the many roles that they have played. To live together day by day and letting lives entwine has been at times exhausting, but most folks here like it fine. For several years, John Cook's directorship has kept us humming, and we appreciate the volunteers that keep on coming. We thank our board, who through the years have helped us all so much, and given us so many gifts, each with their special touch. Our days and years have gone quite fast, for sometimes quite dizzy. So many things have happened that it almost makes us dizzy. Birthdays and anniversaries. We always celebrate, and also holidays of any special kind of state. To have friends over and to visit others has been fun, and all the things we like to do have kept us on the run. We've had a lot of meetings, 5 or 6 most every week, and we worked hard to bring about the values that we seek. We've had hard times with illnesses, and when things went awry, and when a person leaves us, something in us seems to die. We're not so fond of paperwork or courses we must take or various inspections that our city likes to make. But when we look at where we've been and what has happened to us, we hope that in our flounderings, sometimes God is shining through us. And certainly we know that it is worthwhile to keep going. And with your love and help, we will be able to keep growing. Thank you.